Imagine waking up every morning, not burdened by the endless chase for more, but genuinely content with what you already have. What if I told you that the key to feeling truly rich lies not in accumulating more, but in desiring less? It sounds paradoxical, doesn't it? We're constantly bombarded with messages that equate success with wealth and possessions. But what if the secret to a richer life is hidden in the opposite direction? Today, we're going to explore a counterintuitive truth, that by reducing our desires, we can unlock a life filled with deeper satisfaction and genuine richness. You might be wondering how this is possible. Stick with me, and I'll show you how simplifying your wants can lead to a life that feels abundantly full in ways you never imagined. Are you ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about wealth and happiness? Let's dive in and discover the power of wanting less. Redefining richness. Beyond financial wealth, when we think of richness, images of opulent homes, luxury cars, and overflowing bank accounts often come to mind. But what if true richness lies not in what we accumulate, but in what we cherish and value? Let's delve into a broader definition of richness, one that transcends financial wealth and embraces contentment, freedom, and meaningful experiences. Imagine two lives, one filled with endless possessions but a perpetual yearning for more, and another where fewer, carefully chosen joys bring lasting satisfaction. Which sounds richer to you? The truth is, richness can be measured in the tranquility of a quiet morning, the laughter shared with loved ones, or the freedom to pursue passions unencumbered by material burdens. These treasures, unlike fleeting possessions, enrich our lives in profound and lasting ways. The psychological burden of excessive desires in our consumer-driven society. It's easy to fall into the trap of equating happiness with accumulation. But this pursuit often leads to a heavy psychological burden. Consider the constant barrage of advertisements promising happiness through the latest gadgets or fashion trends. Each new desire adds layers of stress and anxiety, as we chase the elusive next thing that will finally bring contentment. This endless chase can create a perpetual feeling of inadequacy. When our self-worth becomes tied to what we own, we never feel satisfied. Every new acquisition is just a temporary high, quickly overshadowed by the next desire. It's like running on a treadmill with the speed constantly increasing. The harder we run, the more exhausted we become, and yet, the finish line never comes into view. The liberating power of minimalism. Enter minimalism, a philosophy that champions less as the path to more. Minimalists choose to strip away the excess, focusing instead on what truly matters. Take the story of Joshua Becker, who transformed his life by embracing minimalism. Once overwhelmed by a cluttered home and a demanding job, Becker found freedom in choosing simplicity. By reducing his desires, he was able to spend more time with his family, pursue his passions, and experience a level of contentment he had never known before. Minimalism isn't about deprivation, it's about intentional living. When we simplify our desires, we make room for what brings us genuine joy. Whether it's nurturing relationships, pursuing hobbies, or simply enjoying the beauty of nature, minimalism allows us to focus on the essentials that enrich our lives. The financial freedom of fewer desires. Reducing our desires also has practical financial benefits. Consider the monthly subscriptions, impulse purchases, and trendy gadgets that often go unused. By cutting back on these non-essential items, we can redirect those funds towards our long-term goals, whether that's building an emergency fund, investing in our education, or saving for a dream vacation. Take the example of Sarah and Tom, a couple who decided to downsize their lifestyle. By canceling unnecessary subscriptions and opting for a smaller, more affordable home, they were able to pay off their debts and start investing in their future. The peace of mind that came with financial security was a richness they couldn't have achieved through endless spending. Embracing the concept of enoughness. One of the most transformative aspects of reducing desires is embracing the concept of enoughness. In a world that constantly pushes us to want more, recognizing when we have enough can be revolutionary. It's about understanding that our value doesn't lie in what we own, but in who we are and the lives we lead. Dr. Brené Brown, a renowned researcher on vulnerability and courage, emphasizes the importance of enoughness. She suggests that recognizing when we have enough can lead to greater contentment and self-acceptance. It's a shift from scarcity to abundance, from always wanting more to appreciating what we already have. To embrace enoughness, take a moment to reflect on what truly matters to you. Is it the latest smartphone, or the ability to disconnect and enjoy a peaceful evening with loved ones? By focusing on what brings us fulfillment, we can break free from the cycle of perpetual desire and find richness in simplicity. Cultivating fewer desires. Practical strategies. So, how can we begin to cultivate fewer desires in our own lives? One powerful tool is mindfulness, a practice that encourages us to be present in the moment and aware of our thoughts and feelings. By paying attention to our desires without judgment, we can begin to understand what truly drives us and what is simply a product of societal pressure. Gratitude exercises can also help shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have. Take a few minutes each day to jot down 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this practice can help rewire our brains to appreciate the richness in our lives, rather than constantly seeking more. Aligning our desires with our personal values is another crucial step. When we pursue things that resonate with our true selves, our desires become more meaningful and less about keeping up with societal expectations. Ask yourself, are my desires aligned with my values, or am I chasing after things that don't truly matter to me? The environmental impact of conscious consumption. Choosing to want less isn't just good for our personal well-being, it's also beneficial for the planet. Our endless consumption contributes to resource depletion, pollution, and climate change. By consciously choosing to reduce our desires, we can make a positive impact on the environment. Consider the movement towards sustainable living, where individuals like B. Johnson have embraced a zero-waste lifestyle. By minimizing their consumption, they not only simplify their lives but also reduce their environmental footprint. Imagine if more people chose to want less, our collective impact could lead to a more sustainable future for all. Success stories, lives transformed by simplicity. Let's look at some real-world examples of individuals who have embraced the less is more philosophy and found richness in simplicity. Meet Marie Kondo, whose KonMari method of tidying up has inspired millions to declutter their lives and focus on what sparks joy. Through this process, many have discovered a sense of peace and contentment that far outweighs the temporary thrill of new possessions. Then there's the story of Colin Wright, a minimalist who travels the world with just a carry-on bag. By reducing his possessions to the essentials, Colin has found the freedom to explore new cultures and experiences without the burden of material attachments. His journey is a testament to the transformative power of simplicity. These stories illustrate that when we let go of excess and focus on what truly matters, we can find a richness that goes beyond financial wealth. It's a richness of experiences, relationships, and personal growth, a richness that fills our lives with joy and meaning. In conclusion, the fewer desires we have, the richer we become. By redefining richness, embracing minimalism, and cultivating a mindset of enoughness, we can free ourselves from the cycle of perpetual wanting and discover a more fulfilling way of life. As we navigate our own journeys, let's remember that true wealth lies not in what we accumulate, but in the richness of our experiences and the depth of our contentment. In a world that constantly pushes us to want more, it's revolutionary to consider that true richness might lie in wanting less. We've explored how redefining richness beyond financial terms, to encompass contentment, freedom, and meaningful experiences, can transform our lives. We've seen how the burden of excessive desires weighs us down, driving us into cycles of stress and inadequacy. Yet, through minimalism and the pursuit of enoughness, we can break free from these chains. Imagine a life where your desires align with your deepest values, where every choice you make contributes not only to your personal happiness but also to the health of our planet. The stories we've shared of those who've embraced this philosophy are not just inspiring, they're a testament to the profound impact of seeking less. As you move forward, I challenge you to question the societal norms that equate success with accumulation. Reflect on what enough means to you. How can you cultivate a life where your desires serve your well-being rather than detract from it? Take a moment to consider the changes you might make to live a richer life, not by adding more, but by simplifying and focusing on what truly matters. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's build a community of individuals committed to redefining wealth, where richness is measured not by what we have, but by the joy and fulfillment we cultivate within. Thank you for joining me on this journey toward a simpler, yet richer life. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that challenges conventional wisdom and empowers you to live your best life.